Hello, welcome to another Dragon Age episode. That's the ice cream truck. I'm a little sick, so I'm gonna try to mute when I cough. I haven't played in a while, because I've been puking. New batteries. That's the Xbox controller life. Okay, what are we doing today? We are meeting up with the Canary woman and her mom. And then we're meeting the second no, the last companion. I hope these fix themselves. Return to Vein. Whee! Can we speak to anyone first? Ah, she has a house. Yeah, we have loads of people to speak to. Oh, this looks like a prison cell. A little fancy prison cell. I hear a fire. Oh. Why does that make so much noise? Okay, I bet there's a few of them. And so, Isabella and Tash's people have been trying to get supplies to the Crows in Treviso, but they never reported like picking up the supplies. So we'll check in on that.
Hey, you heard of the Hall of Valor? It's a fighting arena with the lords.
Interesting.
Just tell me when you're ready.
Did I see you writing a message to the Inquisition? What's that about?
You know, Varric and I were part of the Inquisition, right? I'm trying to get news about the South. But Charter hasn't replied to any of my messages. I'm trying not to worry about what's happening there, but... No, it's probably fine. Charter's just busy. She's always busy.
Charter... who's that?
She's the Inquisition's spy master. Or she would be, if there was still an Inquisition. I suppose she just works for the Inquisitor now?
Yeah, 'cause I disbanded it. 'Cause that's the way the Inquisition always has been.
I haven't heard much about the Inquisition in years.
Oh, that's intentional. When the breach was open, we needed a large group to stop Southern Thedas from falling into chaos. It's changed in the years since. We're a smaller force working underground to keep an eye on things going on in the world.
Good. Charter is the elven woman with hair put up, I think. She has a girlfriend in the comics, I think. And I think that's also the elf that is in the last chapter of the Winter Nights.
Why isn't she here? We could use a hand.
Charter entrusted the search for Solus to Varric, to us. The world's large and she's got many things to deal with.
So how long were you with the Inquisition? 10 years?
Something like that. Why?
You must know the Inquisitor.
Well, yeah, we worked together. I wasn't part of the Inquisitor's inner circle, though. I spent more time with the ordinary people, the ones you didn't hear about.
And the Inquisitor's advisors? What about them?
Of all of them, I'd say Josephine is my favorite. She's lovely. She still sends me a box of handmade sweets from Val Royeaux every year on my name day. Cullen and I got along too, but he was always busy. He would have bad days from lyrium withdrawal sometimes, and I would share the tea that my ma sent. He's from Ferelden too. Maybe it reminded him of home.
What about Leliana? I heard she's... intense.
I think she likes to cultivate that reputation. She's not nearly as terrifying as she sounds. Oh, I passed her in the Great Hall one day, and she suddenly turned and asked me if I wanted a nug.
A nug? Those small pink rodent things? What for?
Why am I
She
acting like I
loved
don't
them
know what
and
nugs
made a
are?
hobby of breeding them as pets.
So did you take the nug?
No! What am I gonna do with a nug?
I hate the nug? Those small pink things? I literally had a quest about finding nugs with the Grey Worm. So, even for the players that haven't played. Like, bro.
But you did know people from the Inquisitors Inner Circle, didn't you?
I knew them, sure, but those early days, all I wanted was to prove myself and not get in anyone's way. Some of them were more approachable than others. Sarah was a puppy with a new toy. 100 new toys. Fun, if you can handle the mess. She was really the only one who could make Rainier, well, Blackwall then, let down his guard. Otherwise, he kept to himself and stuck to the stables. We'd talk when I visited the horses. And there was Cole, of course.
The spirit boy?
Yep. I was just sitting on the walls one day, and he asked if he could join my game.
Like a card game?
Nah, just good old people watching. Must have seemed like a game to him somehow. We'd pick strangers out of the crowd and try to say something about them. Like, ooh, she heard the joke yesterday and she's still trying not to laugh. Or one of Cole's. His eyes remind her of the ones beneath her bed.
Yep. He was interesting.
Who stores eyes under their bed? I'm partial to a nice wall display myself.
Well, that's one interpretation that never occurred to me. Thanks.
You're welcome. Wasn't Cole an empath? He must have been great at this game.
Aha, but the rule was you couldn't say anything you actually knew. He got it in the end. I think.
So you didn't ask him if he guessed right?
Well, being right wasn't the point. Making a habit of seeing people was. I think he liked that. It's why you don't miss.
So tell me about these ordinary Inquisition members I haven't heard about.
The Inquisition hired hundreds, and most of them weren't Magisters or Ben Hasrith or the left hand of the Divine. There were scouts and stable hands, carpenters and cooks and quartermasters, even 2 dedicated pastry chefs. Most of them volunteered, like me. We wanted to help in whatever small way we could.
You helped people. That's not small.
It sure felt like it sometimes.
Oh, Harding.
I'd sit with Rector and Faulkner and we'd watch the important people with their important business rushing by.
Rector, Faulkner...
Liliana gave all her agents pseudonyms.
Right, like Charter.
Well, Charter's Charter, but when the other 2 and I were together, we were just Lace, Wilbur, and Katya.
Do you miss it? The Inquisition, I mean.
It's hard to miss an organization. They're only as good as their people, don't you think? But I do miss my friends. We write each other, but it's not the same. And the Inquisition is different from what we've built here. Not better or worse, just different. It's special when you're among people working toward the same goal.
Not everyone. There was Solus. What did you really think of him back then?
Lonely. He always seemed lonely. It's hard not to be when you hold yourself above everyone else.
Interesting when his room was like in the middle of like the spiral case. Like people walk through there all the time.
As smart as he's supposed to be, there's just some things he doesn't get. At Oh.
Yeah. Maybe one day he will. Maybe. If you help him. Anyway, I'm sure something out there's on fire, and here I am rambling about the past. I should let you go. Talk later?
That was sweet. I liked hearing about the Inquisition. Also, she's Sarah's ex.
Carving monsters, huh? Didn't figure you for an artist.
This? It's by necessity. If you know your enemy, their weak spots, maybe you live another day.
Well, when the army of miniature monsters invade, we'll know how to beat them.
Size is nothing. A Rygar can ruin your day with one bite. The poison swells your brain.
Ah, that could explain Solus.
Standard bestiaries are always some mage drawing things they've never seen, taking the piss out of it. They don't understand how when the hunt ends and you come nose to nose with an ogre, someone's going to die. So I'm making the real Monster Hunter manual.
Who you doing it for?
Balmor, that imbecile in Teventer, lecturing on things he doesn't know about. And Ludric over in Ravane thinks taking a rock wraith down with a lucky shot makes him a champion.
Yeah, Ludwig and his ego.
You ever met Ludric?
Well...
Because he's been dead 300 years, living off the legend of one fluke arrow.
Oh. Now I just wanted to make you feel better.
My reward is showing these idiots how it's done.
Sounds like a fun read. I'm in.
You have to buy it first.
Where's the Gloom Howler?
Can't carve it till I know what it is. You want a piece of the Howler, boy?
Is he ready?
Was I ready the first time I fought a Hurlock?
Well, he's still alive.
I got my ass handed to me. Broke 4 ribs and cracked my jaw. Then I got back up and drove a blade through its skull. In this line of work, Asan and I are only as strong as the quarry we hunt.
Makes sense. He'll learn to fight by fighting.
I don't know another way. Out there in the world, you sink or swim.
Can a half lion, half eagle swim?
Don't know. Asan?
Which half was that?
Search me. Both halves share the same stomach.
Right. I'll see you around.
Cute.
You're up late.
You're awake to notice.
Can't sleep? I know. I'm awake to ask.
I sleep when I can get it. And this place, it's too quiet for that.
Quiet's good. Quiet means Darkspawn haven't shown up. Or they have, but they aren't currently trying to eat your liver. Okay. What works then? How do you sleep?
I don't know. Chase the right bastard through the wrong ritual? It'll knock you right out. Of course, you might wake up with a new accessory.
Oh, well, that must have been something.
There was a bit more in the middle, but yeah.
And now?
It's not what keeps me up at night. It's not the quiet. I never could sleep once work gets in my head. But what's got you up at night?
When you're a warden, the Darkspawn's song is part of you. It's in your head, your dreams. Not all the time, but I was told full blights make it worse. I wasn't ready for how much.
No sweet dreams for heroes.
Not so much.
Restlessness catches. Get one person in a room nervous, the whole place twitches. One person can't sleep. It's only getting later. Get out while you can.
All right. I'll give sleep a shot. Good night, Nev.
I'd say sweet dreams, but how's dreamless work for you?
We'll see.
I kind of wish they would have shown us the bad dreams previously.
Okay, Balara. What's your lead on getting us a fate expert for the team?
Good evening.
Greetings.
Rook, so we need a fate expert. I've been writing to a senior mage who fits the part. But right now he's on an expedition, so I reached out to his colleagues to find him. This is Lady Myrna and Vorgoth. They're necromancers. Mournwatch ones, I mean.
Your friend's request for a fate expert was urgent. How darksome are things outside Navarra?
Very.
I see. Balara's correspondent is Professor Emmerich Volkarin, a fate expert and powerful psychagogue.
You will need him.
Where can I find him?
The professor is currently delving the shrouded halls in the Grand Necropolis. We will grant you passage to look for him. Where the dead. Lately they grow restless.
There's a lot here from Winter Nights. Let's do Taash's quest. I feel like this game really is zipline the game. So interesting how there's suddenly just ziplines everywhere.
You got it.
Gotcha.
You can do that with your mind. I feel like she's a mage, and that's why her mom is like, do not use your powers. Because if you guys don't know, Canary under the Qun was like, it makes sense that her mom would leave the Qun if her child was a mage.
The Dreadwolf's everywhere, isn't he?
Ravane is on pretty good terms with the Dalish clans. We get elven stuff here and there.
They like sew their mouth shut and make it so they can't use magic. They're like a slave, basically. It's pretty hardcore in a bad way. This shield is way too big for my character. I look so silly. I just wanted the warden shield.
Wanna take a look behind the waterfall? Sometimes there's treasure.
Griffins aren't supposed to take Darkspawn by the mouth. They get their blood in them, and then they get sick. Because Grey Wardens are immune to Darkspawn blood, but Griffins aren't. It's kinda part of the reason why they died out. Sorry if my voice is super weird. I'm sick. Whoa, more enemies. I'm gonna just kill them real fast. Oh, I didn't even notice him. What the frick? How did I not see that? Lord. I don't like the green bottles. I don't like that I have to go around the map looking for healing. I know I have to do that because I've used up all my healing. But like, give me then 5 instead of 3. And then have that be it. I don't know. In my opinion.
When did you start breathing fire?
When I was a toddler, started doing it like burping.
Diaper changes must have been exciting.
My mother would do it outside. She'd splash me with water first.
And you were okay with that? You didn't fuss?
Nah, I liked the water. Cool, sharp. Learned to swim before I learned to walk.
This is a weird question, but do you think I could sit on your shoulders in battle one day?
Why?
I could shoot at people and you could axe them. We'd be walking artillery. Unstoppable.
Oh. Oh. Yes.
That's just the Bull and Sarah conversation from Inquisition.
Hit it, Taash.
Let's go.
Hey. Some for you. Some for you. Hey, don't be a dick. That was for the little one. Stupid birds.
Here, let me.
You gotta spread it out. Throw it out in a clump and they fight over it.
I know how to do it.
So do it. Sometimes I practice with the fire out here. It's safer. No people around. Lots of water.
Is it magic, or...?
It's not magic. My mother says the Kunari used to be closer to dragons. Something in our blood.
The Antom called you Adari?
Yeah. Old Kunari word for fire breather. A few like me are born every generation. My mother thinks Adari were meant for something special. She's always looking through the old texts for clues. Come on. Don't want to scare the birds.
I was wrong.
My mother left the Qun not far from here. She got herself transferred to Kontar from Parvalan. Smuggled me there and then walked out.
I thought Kontar was well fortified. How did she escape with the child?
The Qun isn't a prison. People can leave if they want. You little guys hungry?
Do you miss living under the Qun?
Not much to miss. I was a baby. My mother misses it. She was an Ashkari back then. A scholar.
Why'd she leave?
Me. Be careful!
Oh, okay.
Shathan was
Sorry.
worried about what the Kunari would do with a fire breather like me.
What would they do?
She said they'd have me put in the Antom, use me as a berserker. The idea scared her enough that she left her library and walked away from the Qun.
I didn't like that she got so mad.
There
Don't
you go.
yell.
Come on. Over here's where I practice.
Why not on the beach?
The birds just ate. Scare them any more than you already did and they'll be crapping everywhere. What the crap is that?
The Antom must be marking their territory.
Not on my beach. Vosh Vatari! Come on. These banners need to burn. I'm on it.
Nice. What does it feel like when you breathe fire like that?
It's more like spitting.
Ew.
Something inside my throat opens up and lets stuff mix together. Then there's this rush of heat as I roar it out.
I'm surprised it doesn't hurt your mouth to do that.
It can. One time my tongue got in the way. Got a mouthful of fire.
Oh, ouch.
Didn't hurt much. My mother has to make food extra spicy so I can taste it.
And I guess that's the trade-off of being a fire breather.
It's fine. I smell stuff better than most people.
An on-Tom supply cache. Too bad it's locked up.
Not for long. Watch. Okay.
Wow. It burned right through it.
Yep. Melt some metals, not all.
How'd you figure out which kinds of metals you could melt?
My mother said I went through a lot of spoons as a baby.
That's some weak ass metal.
This way.
More birds to feed?
Something like that.
Is it a dragon?
Garage. It's Taash. I brought food.
Avatash, it's good you came early. The feather clouds are getting lower. It's going to rain. Who is this with you?
This is Rook. She's a friend.
A friend. All right. Make sure you both dress for rain. Drip rain, not mist rain.
Nice to meet you.
And you.
Karash was a worker caste navigator. Got dragged along with the Antam when they invaded.
They told us it was ordered by the Qun. I was not taught war. I was taught the weather. Red clouds for thunder, gray clouds for rain, green clouds for the devouring storm, and black clouds for the Antam cannons. After what they did in Ventus, I ran away.
That's a bit of a TMI introduction. I don't know, so far I'm not super impressed with this episode.
I'm sorry the on-Tom did that to you.
I do not have my old life or work, but I remember who I am. The Antam have lost even that.
You saw their banners? They're in the area.
I will not be seen.
Okay. Let me know if they bother you.
I am at peace, Avatash. I have the clouds to watch and fish to eat.
More than just fish. Here you go. Shathan said to eat the fruit before it spoils.
I like the cookies better.
Everyone likes the cookies better.
I'll eat the fruit. Thank you, Avatash.
Panahedan. I'll see you soon.
She hasn't grown up in the
Dragon
Qun,
Hunter
but
has a softer side.
The Qun says you take care of people.
So
she speaks it.
You're a little Kunari, a little Rivani, and a little dragon.
Yeah?
I get that.
Come on. I should tell my mother how Karash is doing. So how do you get it?
I had to leave my old life behind when I joined the Grey Wardens. Then I had to leave that to help stop Solus. So you take what works from each part, right?
Yeah. I had to take Kunari language classes growing up. I had to learn how to tie these stupid knots. It wasn't so bad when the Kunari and Ravain were at peace. Now the Antam have broken from the Qun and started attacking. People look at me like they're scared I'll switch sides.
That's their loss. People who've only ever been one thing will never know how big the world is.
Yeah? Maybe.
I like that. That's a good quote. That's sweet.
Mother, what are you doing here?
You used to call me Tama.
I also used to wet the bed. Want me to start that up again?
I'd rather you didn't. Not that it's my business. She's not in my...
She always did like the flustered ones.
What?
In truth, Evitash's tastes are quite varied, although it is uncommon for her to be attracted to men.
Mother.
Perhaps because in some ways, she acts more like a man herself.
Why are you here?
Hey.
I came to ask Karash about the tablet your group recovered. I wondered if some of the symbols might be used among the Antam.
Be gentle. Don't make him talk about the war.
I see the wisdom of your suggestion. I also see that you used your fire again. Chakra Toebra.
Chakra Toebra.
Remember to keep your consonants crisp. Kunari do not slouch, and neither does our language. Hanahedan, Evitash. You did well bringing Karash his food.
Wasn't a very difficult
Sorry.
task.
She's like that.
Sometimes I wonder where you got your attitude, and then we talk to your mother.
What? I don't talk anything like her.
Okay.
Shut up.
Thanks for the walk.
Why couldn't she just be a lesbian? Why did she have to be romanceable from everyone? Because I think everyone is bisexual. I think that's lazy. It's lazy writing. It's uncommon that she's attracted to men. Maybe because she acts like a man. That was a weird comment. Whoa! That's so pretty. Oh, she's an... I would like it if she had pants.
Chakra Toebra. Chakra Toebra. Stupid crisp consonants.
Your consonants sound pretty crisp to me. I like the way Kunari sounds when you speak it.
Nah, I'm saying it wrong.
That's what Shaitan says? She's real hard on you, huh?
She's trying to teach me. Like a Tamasran.
I don't think that's a Tamasran thing. I think it's a mom thing.
Oh. Right. Let's do this.
Gotcha. Door's sealed, but those figures next to it look different. Might be a clue for how to open it. You and your mother talk about stuff a lot.
She's my ma. I don't know what I'd do without her. Just knowing she's out there, ready with a hug, makes the world seem brighter, you know? Shaitan not a hugger.
Our horns would get tangled up. All right.
Can't do this without a wisp.
Let's see if it fits. Looks like we made a door.
Yeah. That works. Oh, is that a timer? Okay. Fair enough. Huh? Since when could I do that? Just picking up a wisp and making it possess demons. No biggie.
Hear that? Door's open.
Yep, hey. Huh. The circle. Yippee.
Did Derek write that book?
What book?
At lunch. You were reading.
Oh, no. Definitely not Varric's. Varric has good taste.
What is it? Is it a sex book?
No, it's not that.
Okay.
It's got a lot of blood and gore.
Ooh.
Varric writes sex books. Oh, he does that as well. Almost killed my companions. No biggie. How do I get up there? Looks like there's a ladder here. But there isn't. No. I don't want to do that again. Bro, I just didn't do this.
These are the crows that were supposed to be picking up supplies.
This was an ambush.
Still don't know how to get there.
I looked at your book. It was fun when the guy got burned alive in his armor.
Oh, yeah. The moment when Marcel stops being a knight and becomes the Nightmare.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh, it's outrageous, but I just love it when the good guys win in ridiculous ways. Varric once told me stories don't have to always be sensible or say something important. Sometimes we just spin stories to make others happy. You're never far from the water in Ravane, one way or another.
Looks like the Antom got the supplies that were meant for the crows.
We need to get those supplies back and pay back the Antom. Got it.
These waterfalls are very loud. Ah. I thought it was only rock.
I bet you love Mabari hounds. They're so smart. I had one named Contessa. Did I ever tell you?
Had one?
Well, they don't live forever, no matter how much you want them to.
We should get one. They can play with Hassan.
Oh, I love the Mabari. Mabari. Very cute name for a dog.
Get ready.
How did I not see this last time? Hey girl.
The Antom kept me alive so they could use me to trick Ravane into sending more supplies. I didn't think anyone was coming.
The Lords of Fortune wouldn't abandon you. It's the least we could do for the crows.
Thank you for your timely arrival. I'll get the supplies to Treviso and pay back the Antom there.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, that's good. They were nice and sent me a letter as a thanks. I'm probably gonna play later today. But right now I need some dinner. So I'm gonna end the episode here. It's gonna probably be a little short because I'm gonna remove a lot of the fighting because there wasn't a lot of that. But yeah, I'll be back shortly for the next episode. Ha det bra.